What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I want to thank everybody for participating in that side quest. That was pretty fun. Today's Friday the 13th. Guess who's playing? Jason. All right, guys. We have a big weekend ahead of us, okay? On Sunday at 11 a.m., Branch 41 in Brooklyn. We go hard. Brooklyn, New York, okay? They are hosting a second Vote No rally. It shall be quite interesting. Why is that important? Well, it's important because brothers and sisters are gaining momentum, okay? They are gathering in a centralized location, and a union, a local branch is supporting it, okay? That's powerful, okay? If you think that this is not making national noise, you are confused, okay? You got people coming from all over the country to support this one. Yours truly will be there, okay? I know some big wig YouTubers are gonna be there. That's gonna be amazing. We got some CLC people heading out, and it's important because the rank and file is being offered an opportunity to stand up. All right, there's a powerful message when people gather for a common cause, okay? Working together on the internet is important because we can spread a message on a day-to-day basis, okay? In less than 30 days, your ballots will begin to be processed, okay, guys? Don't forget, January 13th is the deadline. As soon as you get your ballot, don't hold on to it too long, okay? On the internet, we have that opportunity. We can plug information. We can share to hundreds of thousands of people with the click of a second. Just record, post, okay? That's the easy part. The hard part is getting people to actually do something, okay? It's easy to be a keyboard warrior. It's easier to criticize someone who posts content on a daily basis. Why? Because all you're doing is listening to one person's point of view. Okay, the reality is there are 200,000+ letter carriers, and we all have different opinions on different topics. Okay, we can all listen to a speech and we could get something different out of it. Okay, so listening to one person's opinion is just that, it's a person's opinion. When you gather together for a common cause, okay, now we have the opportunity to put our opinions aside and to lay out some of the fundamental problems that we all suffer. Okay. And in our situation, it's going to be the lacklusterness of this. I don't know if those are words. I just make up words on this page. It's going to be the total dissatisfaction or disconnection that this tentative agreement has with the letter carrier, right? And in past years and past decades, this contract may have been phenomenal. It may have. Okay. However, when we think about the current situation that we're in, when we hear the Postmaster General of the United States of America claim that the post office has lost $9 billion because of something they couldn't control, which was a 20% inflation. When you hear him say those numbers, and he identifies that the biggest issue was inflation, but yet he doesn't correlate that information when it comes time to pay his carriers, who are the ones that technically deliver door by door for America, that leaves a bad taste in the mouths of the carriers. All right, I don't know if you guys listened to the Senate hearing. I did, and I chose to focus on the things that resonated with me the greatest. And so when DeJoy was questioned about his 17% increase in pay, a lady senator, okay, a lady African-American senator, I don't know her name, okay, these senators and congressmen, I don't know if they're senator or congressman. These representatives that we elect, they come in and out of office so frequently I can't keep up with them. There's over 435 representatives and there's 50 senators, okay? I can't keep up with them. I'm not politically correct. Okay, so anyway, this nice African-American lady senator or congresswoman, I believe she was a congresswoman, she asked him, when you think about the percentage of your raise, and I'm just using my own words, I'm not quoting her, all right, has the employees receive a similar raise? And he says, yeah, I think they receive like a 15% raise. And that's flawed. That's the flawed ideology. That's the flawed calculation, okay? Again, they are including step increases with the 1.3% general wage increase and the diet colas, okay? They are taking these numbers out of thin air and they're selling it to the American people. All right, guys. So it could be a disadvantage for us to ask for money when they show that they're bleeding red. Okay, but then he goes and his biggest argument to save the post office money is that he wants to cut $5 billion in the next 2 years. Okay, how does he do that? Okay, I think it's through overtime. Okay, does he have other ways of doing it? Maybe he does, right? And that brings us to another problem, right? A fully staffed post office, right? A post office where every route is covered every day and people are coming to work on time, okay? It hurts the letter carrier. I hate to say it, but when people come to work, it hurts our pocket because there goes the overtime. If you have a fully staffed office, you might be on bid, which if you know what on bid is, you might be on work. You might be able to do overtime on your own route, okay? If you're on bid, yeah, you may get an hour or two, a couple days of the week when your route is heavy. However, the bulk of the overtime, comes from people not showing up or people being on annual leave, covering those routes, okay? When an office is understaffed, there's a great opportunity for overtime. But a fully staffed post office, it helps us and it hurts us. It helps us because we're giving more career positions, okay? We're converting more CCAs into full-time positions, okay? That's a plus. But then what happens is it hurts the letter carrier who is making a lesser than average wage, which we do, is working with the idea that they need to thrive off of overtime to survive, which some of us do, okay? And then it creates another discontent between our union because now, why do we have so many new converted regulars? There's not enough work, okay? You kind of see where I'm going with that? So the fully staffed post office, while it is much needed, I'm not arguing against it, it could be disadvantaged to the overtime situation. So how do we address those issues? Okay, the only way to properly address those issues is to address the wage crisis, okay? And that's the power of people gathering together in solidarity, how they're going to do this weekend in Branch 41. So YouTube is a good avenue to get people motivated, right? But YouTube is a good avenue to get people inspired, okay? Getting people on the street is a good way to show motivation, okay? And I think we're gonna need both inspiration and motivation to convince any arbitrator in this current financial condition that we deserve a higher increase in pay. Okay, I understand my comments are gonna say, the arbitrator can't take into account the finances of the Postal Service. That may be true, but like a jury is not allowed to watch the news when they're, deciding a case. Arbitrators should not be able to watch the news, but that is not the way it is. So they probably have already seen all of this postal Senate hearing committees on the news. So they heard sound bites of the current financial situation of the Postal Service. All right, guys, it's not that we can't influence the American people and the arbitrator, it's that we're late to the game, okay? Throughout this whole tentative agreement, we've been late. Our leadership has allowed us to come in second place rather than first. So that means it just makes our work a little harder. So gathering together throughout the country and showing support within one another is the best way to show the American people that we are a strong people, we are a strong union, and we deserve better. But if we don't stand together, if we don't show the rest of the country that, we support each other, why should they support us? All right, guys, that's all I got today. If you can make it out to Brooklyn this weekend, shout me out. I'm going to record a couple people that want to be on the podcast. you want to voice your opinions and say why you're going to vote no, feel free to come find me. All right, guys, until next time, I'll be here. You'll be there. Peace.